A lot of people who are initially exposed to the concept of sustainable agriculture picture it almost as a silver bullet. So I'm Christine Gall. I'm the manager of our farm and food program here at St. Mike's, as well as the assistant director for student development with the Institute for the Environment. I'm overseeing kind of just the entire production space that we have here on campus, just under 2-acre diversified vegetable farm. We do have a little bit of fruit though. So when I think about a sustainable farm, I'm thinking about a method of production that is not just thinking about yields and profits, but thinking about land and intentional land usage that really takes into account the kind of natural biology of the working landscape. A lot of people who are initially exposed to the concept of sustainable agriculture picture it almost as a silver bullet, right? Where, okay, this is going to fix all of our problems. It's the opposite of a conventional agricultural industrial system. So let's just do this thing. Where a lot of sustainable farms are still using plastic irrigation. Right? And that's oftentimes a single-use product that's getting tossed in a landfill at the end of the season. Industrial farms tend to be very, very large operations, and they tend to be monocropped environments. So a singular crop that's grown just in mass. When you get into having a single type of crop, you can be sometimes setting yourself up for a number of issues, including a singular disease coming in and wiping out that crop, a singular pest coming in and wiping out that crop. And so you see a pretty heavy reliance on pesticides and herbicides to kill weeds, to kill pests, fungicides to combat disease. So you're seeing the widespread use of those materials, which can have really negative health implications, let alone environmental implications. All of those chemicals can run off, as can heavy uses of fertilizer, can result in significant runoff. And we often see in industrial ag the widespread application of fertilizer to allow a single crop to grow in a particular space year after year after year and account for potential soil degradation that results from that really intensive production approach. And all of that runoff goes into water bodies, whether that's a small stream that drains into a larger river, that drains into an even larger body of water, whether that be a lake, the Gulf of Mexico, you name it. And all of those have negative implications. Depending upon where you are, how that manifests is going to look differently. If you're looking at a freshwater body, phosphorus runoff is going to be kind of your key nutrient issue that you're looking at in terms of water quality, versus in a saltwater body, you're thinking more about nitrogen runoff and the negative impacts there. So once again, you're kind of seeing a number of issues popping up here that aren't just kind of in singular vacuums, but are very much related to one another and begin to stretch pretty far, whether that's like the overuse of natural resources like water, or contribution to greenhouse gases through heavy fossil fuel use. Soil testing is essentially taking a sample of soil and analyzing it for its physical, biological, and chemical components. The information that you get back within kind of those 3 buckets allows you to take stock of your general soil health.
I'm in graduate school to become a marriage and family therapist, and I work at REI Co-op. I believe it is important for farmers to use environmentally friendly practices, because even if they are using something that's harmful on their land and it's a small plot of land, that smaller plot can still affect so many other ecosystems and communities nearby. I believe local farming is a lot more sustainable than like larger corporations and things like that. Just even on the scale of size-wise, I think if you you are making a lot of waste, if you are utilizing a lot of energy, I think that in turn kind of defeats the purpose of what sustainability is and stands for.